Next album review. We have Intros, Outros, and Interludes by Domo Genesis. 11 songs, 26 minutes long. And woo. Odd Future, the Odd Future sort of like
Yeah.
collective and group has been a thing for more than a decade now. And of course, Tyler, the creator, is probably the most storied success out of that. But we have to give our flowers to Sid from the internet. You have to give our flowers to Earl Sweatshirt. You have to give your flowers to a lot of the other ones. So I think Vince Staples is always assumed as being around Odd Future. He wasn't, but he definitely comes up from that era and that collective, even though apparently he and Tyler had beef during that time. But it's really, there are some equivalents or some similar things that are like, YSL or 1017 or all those other different like groups here or there. But I really don't feel like the mainstream staying power and the longevity of Odd Future has like actually like baffled me, because originally they were like, Loiter Squad idiots. But it started to become like a Wu-Tang kind of thing, like a Tribe kind of thing. Like it was this rap collective that then became this whole project. And, maybe 30 years from now when I'm not going to wish that on any of them, they do a comeback album as Odd Future together. But
Please don't.
I decided to not be that saucy this close into the review. Anyways, Domo Genesis is one of those artists who's been steadily working out there. He's been on some singles, he's been on some albums, and Genesis, his project in 2016, was a really kind of like big coming out there, like almost like a "Hey, I'm still here" kind of thing, but also showing off his Domo Genesis' like prowess and what he has learned and grown in rap music. Intros, outros, and interludes is Domo's some rap songs. it's Domo's like sick, sort of like, so to speak. And that's not to say that he's like doing an Earl Sweatshirt pivot, but I mean like
No,
this
not
is,
at all.
and like I don't want to like start some like fake beef about like, oh, he's one's copying the other, whatever. No, but like this is a thing you do in rap music where you just like go hardcore lyrical, go hardcore old school, start dropping some beats without drum loops in them, and just like do some like thick layered bar spitting. And you get that in here. And I was like giggling with glee with the first two tracks, because like I didn't really know what to expect when I was like, shit, like, kind of slow week this week. Sure, let's do Domo Genesis, and then like the other thing we have on here has been bubbled for a while. I was like, I didn't really know what to expect. A lot of rap, sometimes I hear it, I'm like, shit, here we go again. But no, like, don't believe half skeletons. Like, it's just that
Beautiful opening tracks.
thick skeletons, especially. I think I'll focus on just that like beautiful like rappers rap. like this is like Grey Poupon rap right here. This is the really just like high quality shit.
For me, it was in the middle of the record where "Stay One More Day." I love tracks like that. That's just, the production is very simple. They have a really cool sample that they get. There's very little other than just that one sample going on, and beautiful flow. Just, I love that track. I've been listening to that shit on repeat the past day and a half. Really, really like it. I'm impressed with this record, top to bottom. I agree with you, the Odd Future crew. I really didn't like them for a long time. In the tens and whatnot, and then I feel like as they've matured throughout the years, as they've gotten comfortable in their own skins, comfortable as to themselves as artists, they've really branched out and started to make some damn good music the past 5 years, I would say. And they're doing some good stuff. And I think Domo Genesis is another one that's just boom out there with this record, that now this, the sky's the limit. They could do so much. They can make so many different pivots. They could do so many different things with this. I really like this because I love simple production, because it makes you rely onto your vocals. It makes you rely onto your flows, onto your lyricism. And there's a lot that goes into that. And if you can nail it like this, then there's so much more you can do. If you like put full production into it too, if you can, get all of, like, example, Campfire, this right after Stay One More Day in the middle of the record. You have this really cool old school beat. It reminds me of Neruvian Doom actually a lot. And with that, you can get a lot of these cool things. And then if you get different production ideas from like EDM artists or whomever, you can make some brilliant work just going off of how this album sounds. So yeah, I'm impressed with it. I really like it.
Same. I really, really needed this. Just some like chill. I will give this credit over the Earl Sweatshirt record that we reviewed earlier this year, which I have nothing but love for. We did in a members bonus episode exactly how much love I have for that album, but
Yeah.
it's a little bit unhealthy. But I like that this record isn't as out there. Like, I feel like if you are understanding of rap music and you understand some of the old school stuff, like, you will sink your teeth into this and feel like right at home. I think Earl Sweatshirt takes like a real appreciation of rap and a real also appreciation of like avant-garde kind of beats and sounds and different things in order to like really, really ride with it. And again, it has that kind of quality of like, I don't know if I can play this publicly because it's very, very weird. I think Domo Genesis is a little bit better. It's definitely not going to be like this, like, oh, I mean, this particular album, I mean, intros, outros, interludes, because like he's appeared on a bunch of other different things. He was just recently on Call Me If You Get Lost, so like that shit's getting a lot of plays. But like, I feel like this record more so than Sick is, you know, approachable in that way, and I think that's a quality that it has. But I think both of them are like on the same level of quality overall when it comes to how good I feel coming out of this record. And I think it's also the perfect amount of time as well. Not too long, not too short, has these really nice. I think I can really listen to this and start to pick out a narrative or pick out like a logic behind the song choice because it works really well. But like it also moves so fast you can just like have it playing on the background, almost like not forget about it in a bad way, but like it hits you, it flows. You're writing the whole thing not as a collection of songs, but like as a 25-minute experience. That's what I mean by that. And then that's really good. That means you did a really cohesive thing, a lot with a little. That's why we have drops on Audioface, because it's like you have to. This small unit of music has more quality and more thought than an EP. Not quite an album, but like you still have to give it its flowers.
Even an album.
Arbitrary scale this week: pizza chains and brands or brands at Americana at brands.
This is Red Baron frozen pizza brand.
This
they got some damn good flatbreads.
I'm gonna give this the Pyology.
Pyology, that's a good one.
Yeah, the build your own kind of pizza.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you can make one of the classics. You can make one of your frou-frou California Pizza Kitchen pizzas with like no sauce and nothing but lettuce. You can do whatever you want to with that, and you can't really make a deep dish. We'll be real, but you know, no one can make a deep dish except for Detroit. Anyways. All the Chicago listeners on the podcast were like, yeah, I like this. Pause this motherfucker right now. I did that as a joke. I'm just kidding. Just want to make sure y'all are still listening.